All right, Shalom. First, let's start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shem Shai, by Shem Kakadash, and by honor to the elders and apostles that were well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is just a quick lesson, you know, and I'm just jump into it. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. It says, after 3 days, and have the spirit of life from the Most High enter into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right, so the spirit of life entered into who? The prophets, the Lord's chosen, the ones that's out there doing the work, man. And they stood upon their feet, right? You know, y'all right is our way of the elect, but we out here on these highways and byways. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. Who? The elites, man. Because the elites know these prophecies. They know that their society is eventually going to come down, man. And us even being out there was prophecies. You know, people weren't expecting nothing like this to happen, man. But the Lord said he was going to do it. You know? And now it's here. So now Esau's scrambling, trying to bring up to pass his new world order, like it says in Revelations. He got a short time. It's like, yeah. This 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. For I think that the Most High hath set forth us, the apostles, last, right? So the word apostle means to be sent. And we were sent last, meaning at the end of the days. We're in the last days, man. As it were appointed to death. So if we gotta die, you know, like the old prophets did, you know, so be it. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. Right, a spectacle. Everybody looking at us as a gaze and stock. They're laughing and mocking us and stuff, man. You know. Yahweh, we are the old prophets, but this is prophecy. People weren't expecting this to happen, man. And now it's here. This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Right. So the Lord, you know, set his man up there with his wisdom and his knowledge and his understanding, man. Not with what the pastors say and having to go to a theologian school because the scriptures say. I'm going to get it and just read it to you. It's Isaiah chapter 55. I'm going to start at verse 6. The point is at verse 8. Seek ye the Lord while ye may be found, but while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him, and to all power, for he will abundantly pardon. Talking about the Israelites, man. You know, ultimately the elect on this side, because the rest of the Israel are going to be destroyed and brought back. But it says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. Right, man. So, you know, the Lord got different thoughts and a different way he wants things done. You know, how he wants things to operate, you know, and it's in his book, but you have to be sent in order to bring the message out the right way, man. You can't go to no school and just call yourself running up under Esau, the devil, and go out there and teach the word of the Lord when the Lord don't even deal with Esau. It's a scripture I was looking for. 1 second. I look up this scripture real quick. All right, this was one of my favorite scriptures when I first came into truth, man, because I was so happy to spend the probably about I was shy that I got to do His will. You know, this is I'll bring it up over here. This is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because the Lord Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings, the scriptures, the truth. The Bible, what's in the scriptures with understanding that was given to me, you know, from the apostles and through the Spirit, man. And that's through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, you know, that is, you know. But it says, anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek, the humble. The Lord's elect, because it said, the scripture said, the meek shall inherit the earth. Everybody not going to be able to get this understanding, man. It says, He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, the Israelites, man, and to open the prisons to them that are bound. Right, we are in a prison mind state, man. You know, our minds is in a prison right now in this world that we're living in. The comfort of the scriptures is meant to get us out of the prisons, give us liberty, man. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. Right, man. So there's going to be a day of vengeance for what has happened to the blacks, Lions, and Native Americans. So said the Holy Bible. You know. I'm gonna jump back to this Jeremiah chapter 3. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. It says, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Right, so you have to be chosen in order to bring out the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the Heavenly Father gives. You know, you can't go to no school to get this, man. All right, this is the next scripture. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. Right, man. So the Lord woke us up to go and stand in great boldness against the elites that have been afflicting us, you know, and made no accounts of his labors, right? These Edomite devils got the history. They know that we, and they got the history in detail more than what we got the history. But they know that we built this place up through slavery. The world knows that we built this place up through slavery, and that we're still, one, in captivity, two, still looked at as being slaves, and three, in a mental captivity. You know? 2, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Right, man? So, you know, when you read these scriptures, ultimately you have to understand that these elites are scared. They are very scared. You know? That's what they get. It says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Right, so as you can see, they're not even expecting the salvation to happen the way it's finna happen, man. See, Esau knows things. Esau know a lot, but they don't know everything, and they learn it from us, you know, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first. Right, those who died for the work, died in the work, going to be beamed up first. And the chariots, UFOs. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, the chariots, man, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Right, man. So that's the deliverance of Israel being beamed up by way of UFOs, you know. All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Shema Shai." Right, and judgment has been beginning with the house of the Lord. You know, um, those of us that's in the truth, man. A lot of guys that fell out and got kicked out because they weren't right. It says, "And if it first begin with at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Shema Shai?" Right. So those of the Israelites that don't want to obey the gospel going to be put to death. Hence this next verse. It says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved," right, "where should the ungodly and the sinner appear?" Right. So how are we going to be scarcely saved? By way of the chariots once the nuclear missiles hit this place. All of the jakes that make it all to nuclear missiles going to be hit by the nuclear missiles, man. That's part of how the scene of deliverance is going to be, man. You know. I got one more precept. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." And that's all I've been doing through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. I'm getting this right out the scriptures. I'm even showing you the verses where I got it from, man. This is the KJV Bible with the Apocrypha. This is the app. You if you want it in scripture form, you go on I think Amazon got it, or Barnes and Nobles. Order the 1611 edition KJV Bible, and you'll get the whole thing. Or if you just grab a regular KJV, not KJVE and all that extra shit, just KJV, King James Version, and then you order the Apocrypha KJV, and you got the whole book, man. You know, but I'm going to start it over. The 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, right, saith the Lord," right, "and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true," right, the Bible. "Fear not the imagination against thee," right, because you got people that's calling themselves want to do harm to us, man. You know, it's an imagination. We're not worried about that type of stuff, man. You know, and even though some prophets are going to be killed off. Give me 1 second. You got the devil riding past and they stupid ass trucks and shit. But yeah, even though you got brothers that's gonna be killed off, man, that's was there a lot, and they gonna be beamed up, like I said in the Thessalonians, into the chariots first. You know, it's a lot, man. But you're not supposed to have any fear against what people say they're gonna do unto you. You know. It says, "Let not the incredulity, the unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee." So just because you got people out there that's unbelieving and they talking against you, mocking you, and all this extra shit, bringing up your old life when you was in the world and stuff like that, don't let that trouble you, man. Because you're going to have people that's doing it. You're going to have close relatives. You're going to have your wife. You're going to have your kids. All of them going to be doing this type of stuff, man, if they're not down with the program. So, you know, don't worry about it. Don't let that trouble you. Don't get disenchanted. You know, don't go, you know, and try to beat up nobody or nothing, man. You know, why? Because the scripture, verse number 4, man. "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." Right, man? So they're going to die in their unfaithfulness. They're going to die because they don't believe, man. That's why all these events that's being called the hand of God, you know, hence the tornadoes or these hurricanes that's happening. That's why all these events is happening. Because these people ultimately don't believe. So the Lord killing them off. You have brothers that's down in the Bahamas. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, they were able to escape that situation. But right now you got another hurricane that's they say is finna hit the Bahamas. You know? Hey, that's prophecy. This is verse 5. "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." So this is happening all over the world, not just here in America. You know, so, you know, when this happens, it comes to a theater near you or a theater near your people that's been, your relatives, you know, that's been talking that smack, you might feel some type of way about it, you know, get emotional. But hey, you gotta remember, they were speaking against Yahweh Shema Shai. 1, 2, they're gonna be birthed back into the kingdom, man, through you, if you're of the elect, man. Lord's willing. Shit. But for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right. So we're at the time of the end, man. Everything that all this wickedness that's going on, it's time for judgments. We're in judgment season. You know, like the cartoon, when they said when we was kids, Bugs Bunny said it's rabbit season, and then I think Elmer Fudd said, oh right, it was him and Daffy Duck, and the other one said it's duck season, and something like that. We in judgment season. Not to go all the way in on that shit, but we in judgment season, man. So you got people that's gonna die near you. You just gotta prepare yourself for it. But I ain't gonna drag it out too much longer. With all that being said, all praise to Yahweh by Shemal Shai, by Shema Hakadash. Hello, honors to the elders and apostles that rule well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.